What's going on, people? No long intro right now. I just want to break this play down real quick. I got two plays to show. I'm gonna show the positives and the negatives in these plays. As you see on the screen, it's just a simple running play with LaShawn McCoy. And the first thing I want to point out is the positive. Um, it's you're gonna see how the offensive line is going to create a hole, and also you're going to see a reach tackle, which most people say isn't really in the game. Right there, you see Bennett come off the edge, come off his spot, and reach over with his right hand, grip LaShawn McCoy up by the waist, and take him down. Now, the negative I want to point out here is I want you to look at Casey. Casey, number 85, Casey. He's not really doing anything to this in this play. The reality is he should have actually been going up into the hole, going to the second level, but for whatever reason, he decides to turn back into the line and get sucked up into his line. It just doesn't make any sense for that to happen. Like the lead blocking in this game works, it's just not really good. And I mean, it's something that can be easily cleaned up. But the positives, like I said before, I mean, if you see right now, if you glance over and you see how Bennett is aware that LaShawn McCoy is coming through the line right now, where he's coming in his position, and he reaches out and grabs him, just like right there, how he just grips him up and takes him down. There was a lot of talk about reach tackles not being in the game. That is just a prime example of a reach tackle being in this game. There are other examples of this I have seen. It probably does need to be a little bit more user intuitive, but it is in the game. It's just not. I think it just needs to be more user intuitive. It's pretty much that simple. Um, but as far as the lead blocking is concerned, like I said before, that just definitely needs to be cleaned up. There's no reason that Casey isn't aware that look, we have to I have to go up and block the safety up here, you know what I'm saying, and try to make a play on him at least. But hey man, it's Madden, and you know it's positives in the game, it's negatives. It just needs to be consistent. That's all. I'm gonna start getting to this next play. Now this next play is another run play with LaShawn McCoy. And you know, we just run it at speed so you guys can see how it plays out. Right now it looks like, yeah, that's a decent run. But it's more to the play that you see that's not being, you know, that you can't see off first glance. But we going as I'm going through it, you'll see how the offensive line is interacting with each other, and you'll see how the defensive line is interacting. But one of the first things you do see is you'll see you'll see this lead blocker right here, this pulling guard. This pulling guard should be able to recognize where his next block should be. But see, the problem is he doesn't make a block at all. It's just nothing. He just does absolutely nothing. He goes around like he's going to make a pull block, but then he comes back, notices that this guy falls, doesn't make a block there, then goes and runs into space and doesn't block anyone at all. This is just something that needs to be cleaned up. It makes the game look ugly and it's inconsistent. It's times where you will see that when you run this play, that the pull blocker will come around and actually lead block properly. But then you have instances like this where you kind of wonder what happened, because in reality, this should have been a longer game, honestly. But as I came around the edge, I kind of figured that, you know, let me hurry up and try to get as many yards as possible. But even with that being said, my guard should have been able to at least come up and lay a hand on somebody, and that didn't happen. Another thing I want to show you guys is, which will be coming up soon, is the synchronization of players. You'll see four players make a turn on a dime at the exact same time, and you'll see them all at the top in the top of the screen. They're all turning at the exact same time in reaction to LaShawn McCoy. That can be easily cleaned up, and these are just legacy issues in the game. Like the game, Madden has a lot of legacy issues. While I am enjoying the game thoroughly, these are just things that you see that you can point out, and hopefully these devs will be able to fix these issues as they come up, or and maybe we'll have another game that's going to be a lot better and more consistent, because that's the thing that's missing in Madden is consistency, and legacy issues are plaguing the game. Those are two major problems right now that's is affecting Madden. But I hope that you guys I hope you guys see that I'm pointing out the positives and negatives in these plays and in these vids I'm going to drop. But the game isn't perfect, but you can get an enjoyable football experience out of it, because it does have elements of football in the game, in this game, that you can get enjoyable experiences out of. It's not nearly as bad as it was last year. But that's it, man. Follow me on Twitter, man. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.